Today's episode of Talk Travel with Samantha is the rookie mistakes Americans make in Europe. And listen, this is a judgment-free zone because every single one of us has landed in Europe at least once acting like the ice machine should be on every floor, ranch dressing is a human right, and dinner should not begin at 9:30 p.m. Oh my gosh, who eats dinner at 9:30 p.m.? You know who does? The Europeans. It's freaking hilarious. I love it. Europe humbles Americans fast because we just don't get it. Let's be honest. We're like, what the heck is happening over here? But once you totally lean into their culture, you're like this, man, they got this right over here. We should be eating dinner at 9:30 and chilling. We should have naps and not, work halfway through the day. What's happening here? So today we're talking about the biggest mistakes Americans make overseas, how to avoid looking clueless, what actually annoys locals, and the travel habits that instantly make your trip smoother. Because Europe is incredible, fabulous, wonderful, but only if you stop fighting Europe and let Europe be Europe. Welcome back to Talk Travel with Samantha, powered by Fabulous Adventures Travel, the show where we help you travel smarter, vacation harder, and avoid becoming the tourist everyone in Europe silently complains about. You don't want to be that person. Don't be that person. So let's talk about it. Let's help you not be that person. All right. Rookie mistake number 1, trying to do Europe in 7 days. People will say, we're doing London, Paris, Rome, Athens, Barcelona, Lisbon, blah, 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 Portugal, blah, blah, blah. Listen, they could go on for hours in 8 days. No, you're not doing Europe. You're speed running exhaustion. This is one of the things. Do you remember when I had my very first episode? And the very first episode, I said why vacations suck and how to make them better. This is one of them. Remember, I said overpacking everything, but I also get it. Listen, I get it. When you go over there to Europe, you're like, let's get it all in. Roar! You're super excited to get it all in because you paid for that very expensive plane ticket. Not only did you pay for a very expensive plane ticket, but you flew over there for an 8-hour or longer flight. And you're like, damn straight, I'm getting all this in here. I am getting it all in the 7 days that I'm here. But I'm going to be honest, you're going to be left wanting more because you're like, I was in Paris for 4 hours. I saw only 3 things at Rome. And London, I only saw Big Ben. So you make sure that you're not packing all the things in. You want to make sure that you're, not doing all the things and missing all the other stuff. Remember when I mentioned in the very first episode, I was like, wander a bit more, take some time to enjoy the locals. I was talking about Europe because I know it's hard, like I said, to get over there and be like, I want to do it all because it's expensive, it's long, it's far, but Americans tend to underestimate the distances that it takes to get between things, right? They're like, I'm just going to take a train. It's close. Look at here on the map. It's so close. It's like New York and Philadelphia. You totally get there. No, not the same. Not the same. And honestly, the train from London to Paris, they're like, oh my God, there's an underwater train and it's short. It's not. It's like half a day. So remember that. It gets you there. Don't get me wrong, but the flight's shorter. Take the flight. It's 45 minutes. So you also underestimate train timing, like I just mentioned. Jet lag. That's a big one. I got to be honest. I have cures for jet lag. I'll give them to you, but jet lag is a big one that people are like, man, I don't think I woke up till halfway through this week. And that is the honest to God truth. You will not be yourself until 5 days in or halfway through your week. You're like, I'm back, baby. Girlfriend is back. That's what's going to happen. You're like, what? Who the heck was that sleeping zombie from 2 days ago? Where'd she go? Girlfriend's back. And the other thing that Americans underestimate is how tiring Europe can actually be, right? Because you haven't seen it all and you do want to see it all. And it's a lot of walking. If you're not used to walking, Europe is about walking. It's 100% perfect heart health walking. It's great for it. Europe is not Disney World. I want to let you know that. If you have gone around to Epcot, Disney World, you've done the back, the World Showcase back there with all the countries. that's not Europe. You're going to be tired. So pick fewer places, stay longer, actually enjoy where you are, because nothing says rookie traveler like needing a vacation after your vacation. I said this literally on my first episode. I'm saying it again. Okay. So mistake number 2, eating at the wrong places. If the restaurant, this is a big one, y'all. It's kind of funny because it's true. I giggle at these because I'm like, oh, so true. If the restaurant has giant food photos, someone outside yelling, hello, my friend, hello, come in. It's because they're not good. Or the menu is in 14 languages. Congratulations, you found the tourist trap. Europe has amazing food. Amazing. But Americans often panic when they don't recognize things and they end up eating near major landmarks. So that's a huge one. People will be like, I'm starving. I gotta eat right now. So you're by like the landmark, Big Ben, for example. I know I just mentioned it, gonna mention it again. You're by Big Ben and you're like, well, we're gonna eat here. No, first of all, the food's gonna be uber expensive. Everyone else is eating there and it's not gonna be that good because everyone took up shop there and decided to open up a restaurant because they wanted to make money. So make sure that you're really looking for, go off a couple streets. If you're at Big Ben, go a couple streets down. Just go a couple streets. You will thank me. Trust me. So the best restaurants you're going to find without pictures on their menu. They might even have handwritten menus where you're like, what who wrote this? Grandma downstairs? Who wrote this? No air conditioning, because remember, Europe is not good at air conditioning. They're not good at all at air conditioning. And all you guys go in the summer. So remember that. It's hot and there's not a lot of air conditioning. So make sure that you bring whatever's going to keep you cool and comfortable because there's no air conditioning. Well, there's some, but not a lot. So another rookie mistake is eating too early. All right. Let me tell you something. Americans try and roll up to dinner at 5:30 and the restaurant staff is still emotionally preparing for the evening. In places like Spain, Italy, Greece, dinner is often later. Make sure you're not rolling up at 5:30 because they're going to be angry. That waiter is going to come out angry and annoyed. He's going to be like, what the heck are you doing here? We don't eat dinner till later. Why are you here? So try and eat dinner a little later. The other thing I want to mention is Europeans don't inhale food and leave. So we're like conditioned to know that you eat your food, do not sit at that table because they're trying to clear it for the next people that are waiting in line, right? Europe is not like that at all. It's one of my favorite things about them, actually, is that you can go up to a little cafe and order 1 cup of coffee and they're not kicking you out. They're like, stay. What are you doing? You want a magazine? You want the newspaper? Read your phone. And they don't care. They also don't bring you the check unless you ask for it. So do not just eat your food and run because dinner is an event. Food is an event, not just dinner. It's a lifestyle. It's not a marathon, okay? So make sure that you're really enjoying it. And to be honest, they have some of the best food on the planet anyways. So enjoy it. Enjoy the culture. Enjoy the moment. Make sure you chill. Americans are like this. Can we get the check? And Europeans are like this. Sir, you just sat down. So make sure you're really just enjoying the moment because they don't want to kick you out. They don't want you to leave. So hang out, enjoy it. So here's another rookie mistake, thinking Europe works like America. I know we've kind of already said that, but really it's 100% true. This is where we get our bad rap. Guys, come on. Let's really think better here. Let's think that it is not America. Clearly, it's totally across the ocean, totally far away from us. So this is where people it's just not good. We get a bad rap from this one. Europe is different. Obviously, it's literally the point, right? So Americans lose their mind over no free water. They're like, what do you mean you're giving me bottled water and I have to pay for it? Yep, that's what they drink over there. And I'm going to be honest, the best one is the aqua panna. It's phenomenal. Aqua panna. It's phenomenal. They have tiny hotel rooms. So if you're going with your family, you're going to have a hard time finding a place. So you got to really do some research or find yourself a good travel advisor because they don't have rooms for 4 people. They don't have rooms for 3 people. They're very few and far between. The rooms are tiny. The showers are non-existent. Usually it's a bathtub with a wand, and sometimes there's nothing that's even covering the bathtub. So now you have water all over the floor. You have now created a pool in your bathroom, not the tub, because you're trying to use the wandelier to wash yourself off, and it's flying everywhere and there's nothing holding it in. Yes, because you're supposed to be sitting down, not standing up. So know that is how the bathrooms are over there. And sometimes it doesn't matter if you're like, well, I'm going to go to a Marriott or a Hilton because, they're American. They're going to do it that way. Nope. So make sure you really pay attention to those hotel rooms, because even if it has an American name, Best Western, Radisson, I'm trying to think of some of the Radisson Blues over there, obviously Hilton, Marriott, like I said, they're still going to have European style rooms. So remember that, okay? Pay really attention to the tiny hotel rooms because they are. The other thing that they do over there is fewer ice cubes. I don't get this one. I can't quite. If you're a European and you have fewer ice cubes, can you explain to me why you have fewer ice cubes? I don't understand it. I go with the flow. Trust me, I just know that I'm in Europe and I'm going to get 2 ice cubes, maybe 3. 3's kind of pushing it, and 4 is just way over the limit. They slipped when they give you 4 and you got lucky, okay? Because 2 and 3 are pretty much it. 4, I don't know what happened. They fell as they were putting it in. I really just don't even know. So there are definitely fewer ice cubes over there. You can probably ask for more, but they look at you like you're crazier than crazy. They're like, what? You want more ice? Yes, I do. I would like my Coke cold. I don't want it warm. That's gross. Thank you. So they also have slower service, as we discussed earlier, because of the fact that they chill, take their time. Food is an event. It's not a moment to just shovel in food and keep moving on. It's an event. It's a moment. It's a party sometimes, right? They also have limited air conditioning, like I mentioned. So really, really check if air conditioning, like if you can't sleep in a hot box, then make sure that you are checking for air conditioning at your hotel, because, whoo, baby, it gets hot in there. Let me tell you a story about Disneyland Paris. So I got a hotel at Disneyland Paris and I was at the Sequoia Lodge, and this was in June, about 2 or 3 years ago. And me thinking, oh, it's Disneyland Paris. Disneyland's got to have good air conditioning. I mean, these things aren't that old. It's got to be good. Nope, no. I'm not sure what the temperature went down to, but it felt like 80 degrees. And the air was on. And I was like, I don't understand. Why is it so hot in here? I was like sweating. So we called down to the front desk and we're like, hey, this air is not working. She literally said this. Yep, it is. And I was like, well, you didn't come up to look. And she's like, nope. We were like, what? Why won't you come up to look? She's like, because you're American. It's working. And so, I mean, trust me, I'm exaggerating the story, but I'm not kidding. It basically was that. Like, they sent somebody up and they were like, no, it's all good. We're like, no, it's really not working. They're like, yeah, that's our air conditioning. So know that the air is not the same. So if air conditioning means a lot to you, you better find some way around that. I don't know what it is. Maybe they can have portable air conditioners now. I know they have those portable fans you can carry around your neck. I know that you can buy one of those weird wet things that people wear around their necks. I don't know. I'd rather see a fan around your neck, but you can buy those things and maybe even bring a portable fan with you. But don't forget, obviously, that the plugs are completely different over there. So make sure you look that up. The other thing I want to tell you that people forget is that they're different. The plugs are all different. And I couldn't tell you right now off the top of my head which ones are different, but the UK is different from France and different from Spain and different from Italy. So make sure, and different from Greece. So make sure you're really looking at the exact place that you're going and which plug converter that you need for your equipment, because they're not all the same. So you may be like, yeah, I brought this one with me. Nope. It could be for the UK and you're in Spain. So you're now have nothing. So really check those plugs and converters. No giant coffee cups to go. So like I said, even coffee, the cafe is an event. They want you to go and sit and chill and enjoy the moment. Watch the people walking by. Drink your amazing coffee. It's The coffee over there is phenomenal. So I hear, because I don't drink coffee, although most of you listening to the show probably think I do. I actually don't. So listen carefully. Europe is not inconveniencing you. Europe simply did not design itself around American expectations. And honestly, that's why people fall in love with it. I cannot tell you how much I love that place. I love going over there. I jump at every moment that I possibly can to go over there. Things move slower, meals take longer, people walk more. I love walking. So it's literally my favorite thing to be over there. There's less obsession with rushing everywhere. So I do want to say, I found this funny. Here's a funny story about Disneyland Paris. When I was over there, you know how when you walk around Disney here, everyone is carrying some sort of phone or apparatus to record all the things? In Disneyland Paris, it was very hard to find somebody doing that. I think I was the only one doing it, to record things and like post about them, because that's what obviously I do for a living. But I was like, no one else is doing this. I'm feeling very and completely out of place, because I do feel like Europe wants to live in the moment. They're not out there just recording all the things. It's like an American thing, I feel like. Don't get me wrong. I know there's influencers over there, but it's just not as many as it is over here. They're just enjoying the moment, which I just think is a really, really cool feeling. So another mistake I kind of want to point out, that just to make sure that everyone knows this, is not validating your train tickets. This one gets Americans all the time. They buy the ticket, sit down proudly like, dang, I did it. I figured it out. I'm on the right train. Woo, 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 woo. And then suddenly a train agent appears like a European ninja and hands them a fine. You have to validate certain train tickets before boarding in many countries. Europe loves rules that are somehow tiny, unspoken, and financially devastating. So be really careful about those kind of things. The train ticket is very interesting. So just check that out before. So now packing. Let's move on to packing. Listen, I suck at packing. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm literally the worst packer on the planet. First of all, I wait till the last minute. I'm the one that packs at midnight the night before, because I ain't got time for packing. So I actually leave tomorrow for Celebrity. I'm going on the Celebrity Beyond, and I haven't packed. I haven't packed a single thing. So, but let's talk about packing, because this is me and I've had this problem. So packing like they're moving abroad forever. Americans overpacked for Europe like they're preparing for weather, war, emotional collapse, and 3 possible weddings. That's me, all of the above. I literally have, I'm like, oh my gosh, where am I going? Oh, I'm going here. Oh, it could be 50 at night. It could be 80 during the day. I need jeans. I need shorts. I need a sundress. I need a sweater. I need a hat. I need this. And I bring all the things. Meanwhile, Europe's not built for that. They're not built for all my things. Trust me, they are not built in any way, shape, or form for all of my things, or all of your things for that matter. So meanwhile, Europeans are out there with their one-sheet carry-on and mysterious confidence, and we're over here pushing heavy luggage over the cobblestones like we got a problem because we had to take our entire closet with us. Like, it's crazy, right? So here's the truth. Europe punishes heavy luggage. And I say this with laughter, because I cannot tell you the amount of times I have dragged luggage over cobblestones and howled, or the fact that I've had my luggage dropped off on a dock with 10 pieces of luggage. Actually, let me tell you this luggage story. Let me tell you the full story. This is a good one. I don't even know if I have time for it. I don't think I do. You know what? We'll have to save this one for another time. I don't have time for it. Darn it, because it's a good one. So Europe punishes heavy luggage. We'll go back to punishing heavy luggage, especially train stations, stairs, cobblestones, tiny elevators. You guys, those tiny elevators. All right, I was just in Paris, and we had to take 4 trips to get all of our stuff upstairs. 4. Count them. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We were up, down, up, down, up, down. And we were on the top floor because this elevator fit 3 people in it, but only 1 person with luggage, because obviously where's the other person going? So maybe it could have fit another person, but their luggage couldn't fit either. So, oh my gosh, we were a hot mess. And I laughed so hard on that because we just kept going up and down on this tiny little elevator. So nothing builds character like dragging a 70-pound suitcase through Rome in July. That is 1000% true. You do not need 11 pairs of shoes, a backup hairdryer, or just-in-case jeans. Now, the backup hairdryer, I'll be honest, I don't bring a hairdryer with me. I use the ones at the hotel because then I got to worry about my Dyson blowing out, because the voltage isn't the same. That's not happening. So you'll wear the same favorite outfit repeatedly anyways. So please bring comfortable shoes more than your cute shoes, because I'm going to be honest with you, ain't nobody care. I mean, your Instagram pictures might be good, but I nobody cares. So I know you don't want to hear that because you want to be cute walking through Europe. You want to be wearing your sundress and it's flowing behind you or whatever you want to wear, looking chic, but nobody cares. Be comfy. Trust me. Let's get to currency tipping and other confusion. Americans get confused about tipping and the currency and paying for bathrooms. Yep. I said it. Did you hear me? Highlight that one. Yes, some public bathrooms cost money. So make sure that you have coin on you because you can't go to the bathroom if you don't have coin on you, because carrying coins protects your bladder. That should be like a pin or something. Tipping is also different over there. American tourists either wildly overtip or forget to tip entirely. Most European countries already include service or pay living wages differently than the US. So remember this, you do not need to aggressively throw 20% at everyone out of panic. And please don't do that because you could save yourself a little bit of money. Obviously, if you figure out what the tipping is over there and figure out whatever country that you're in, you can save yourself money. Don't be throwing out more money. Save your money. Here's another one I want to talk about. It's pickpocketing. Yeah, I said it. I kind of don't want to say it because I don't want to panic anybody, but they do pickpocket over there. We are not pickpocketers. I don't know. Maybe we're screwing something up over here. We should be pickpocketing. I'm totally kidding. Nobody should be pickpocketing. But what I'm saying is they pickpocket over there. So be very careful. Europe is generally safe, right? So don't panic. It's safe. But Americans are often shockingly trusting with their valuables. Like we're just used to it. Nobody's coming around to our pockets here. It's very rare. So they're obviously going to get you in crowded metros, tourist squares, and major train stations. If someone is distracting you by like, hey, come sign this, or what do you think about this? Come look at this. Someone spills something on you, or they suddenly become very helpful. Pay attention. They're pickpocketing you. Do not fall for it. Stand strong. Pickpocketers target distracted tourists, and Americans particularly announce themselves with giant backpacks, phones hanging out. Do not put your phone in your back pocket for the love of everything holy. Please put it in your front pocket, in your jacket, in your sweater, somewhere else. Wallets in your back pocket. Do not put those in your back pocket either. Put nothing in your back pocket. Let's just say that. Nothing in there unless you could care less about it. And standing in the middle of sidewalks looking confused, right? That's how we announce ourselves, which honestly is the international symbol for please rob me gently. So what you want to use, obviously, those new crossbody bags that, people are trying to pass off as a crossbody, but it's really just a fanny pack from the 80s. Wear one of those. You want zippered pockets, find a jacket or a sweater or something with zippered pockets because that helps a lot, right? And please have situational awareness. Yes, of course, you're staring at the most amazing thing on the planet, but know what's happening around you. If someone's too close for comfort, move. That's weird to me anyways. If someone was standing too close to me, I'd be out of there faster than they could be like, where'd you go? And finally, I want to talk about one of the last things that's going on right now. So Europe has actually started this new thing called ETA. You need a visa, right? So make sure that you're checking the country's visa requirements that you're going to, because this is a big deal right now. It's brand new. Most people don't know about it. You can't get into England without having an ETA and signing up on their website. So they have a website and an app you can download, and it's really quick. I can't remember how much it is. I want to say it's in the 20s to get it. It lasts for a few years. So once you get the authorization to travel, an ETA actually stands for an electronic travel authorization. Once you receive that, it lasts for a pretty decent amount of time. I don't know what the actual amount is, but it's a good 3 years, I think, or more. Maybe not. Maybe it's 2 to 3. Either way, you need that to travel now. All of Europe pretty much has that. So you want to make sure that you're really checking the countries that you're going to, because if you get there and you can't get in, that's not going to be good, especially if you're going by train and whatnot. I think they stop you on the plane because I know that I'm flying to London this summer and they've already asked me and they're warning me for my ETA, but they just started the ETAs for the rest of the countries in Europe. So really, really pay attention to that. Another thing that you should do is, if you want to, is register with your State Department when traveling abroad, because if anything happens, and we all know that this crazy world going on right now, if you register, they know you're there. I don't know if anyone's coming to save me, from JAG or anything like that, but that would be nice at some point if I needed it. So know that that's an option, right? So obviously, we've nailed this down to the biggest mistakes Americans make in Europe is trying to recreate America in Europe. Don't do that. Don't complain. Things are different. Different is the whole magic, right? That's why we all go there. Take longer meals, slow down, wander. It's my favorite. Get lost a little. Sit at the cafe. Sit at a cafe and enjoy the moment. People watch. That's one of my favorites. Miss a train and survive anyway. The best Europe trips happen when you stop trying to control every second. That's it for this week's episode of Talk Travel with Samantha, powered by Fabulous Adventures Travel. I loved this episode of Europe. Please come tell me all of your Europe travels and tell me all the things that I missed on this episode at talktravelwithsamantha.com. Drop me a comment, drop me a line there, and follow me on Facebook at Samantha-Fabulous Adventures Travel. We will see you next week where we talk about the most overrated tourist attractions in the world and what you should do instead. Until then, thank you for joining, and travel smarter and vacation harder. And we'll see you next time on Talk Travel with Samantha.